Daryl, I read something on Facebook today that says you were going to interview us.
Yes, I am. You are my first featured article on the new online magazine. And I have learned so much from you guys that I want more people to know and to grow from your amazing knowledge. So I just have a couple questions, and we'll see how far we can get. Are you ready?
I don't know.
He's like, ooh, he turned the
So
table.
weird, mister.
All right, well, here we go.
Being in control.
My first guests on the DenPeeps online magazine here are Angel and Eric. You guys have been amazing, supportive people of small business here in Colorado, and you've taught me so much and helped my business grow so much. So I wanted to ask you, tell me about business growth. When do you know it's time to grow, and take that next step? Either investing in something or expanding your business, and how do you prepare for that? Or is it just like a leap of faith? You just say, you know what, let's just do it.
Well, Dara, I think that every day we all are given opportunities. People probably are coming up to you and saying, you know what? You know who you should meet, you know who you should talk to, or do you know about this other event, or do you know about this other thing? And I think that most often we always, as soon as somebody comes up with something different that we're not always already doing, our knee-jerk reaction is to say, well, no, I don't know about that. No, I never thought about that. Or no, that's not my business model. One of the things that Eric and I think all the successes that have come out of ExperiencePros are because we've actually listened when somebody comes up with an idea, and we try to say yes to it. How can we make that work? How can we participate in that? How could we add that to what we're already doing?
You bet.
And in that, our business grew, not because it was some great idea that Eric and Angel had, but usually because somebody on the outside, because isn't it easier to look at somebody else's business and go, you know what they should be doing?
Right.
Rather than looking at your own. And we've just been really good at, I think, being able to receive that information.
To be willing to listen.
Right. So most of the ideas that you've had on growth are basically based on, what people have told you and what you've really been tuned into, what people are looking for and needing.
Market driven, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. What do you wish your business had more of? Now, besides clients and money, what's something that you really just wish you could have more of?
Cheerleaders.
That's exactly, and I've been looking for that too for like 20 years of business.
I should qualify. Just a moment. I wasn't talking about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Yes, he was.
If the shoe or skimpy little outfit fits, you might want to wear it. But I'm talking about brand advocates for the thing, what we're doing here at the Experience Pros radio show is truly more than a tagline. We say we're starting a revolution in how people treat people in business. And the biggest thing that we could possibly hope for is our cheerleaders, people who come up behind us and say, you know something, we get on board with that vision. We support and then we disseminate, we cheerlead for the movement, not so much Eric and Angel, but the what we stand for.
Well, I absolutely love doing that for you guys.
You do a fantastic job.
It's just a great fun thing. Okay, so here's the next one.
So when did you realize that you had to hire your first employee? I mean, go beyond just the two of you working, and how did you approach that? I mean, how did you figure that out?
We hired our first employee right after we hosted our first networking event. And out of that event, it was an experience type event. We had everybody play the game of Clue. It was a live action game of Clue, just so it wasn't just standing around networking. We tried to create an experience around it. And out of that event, we had this huge list of people to follow up with. And
yeah, we did. It was more than we could handle.
It was more than we could handle. And so we hired somebody to help us with following up and organizing and making phone calls and all of that.
So I think the answer is when the pain exceeds your ability to perform.
Right.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it on our own. And it was hard to bring somebody else in to teach them the culture.
Right.
And the customer service and how you want people to be treated, because it's not intuitive to, I don't know, the Experience Pros way. We rather than say, no, they can't take your call, they'll call you back in an hour. Like, when can they?
And find a way to say yes, keeping it positive. Our whole shtick is positive, and we try to live that inside and outside the
She didn't last long because we have some pretty crazy hours that we keep, and we are just on the go all the time. And it was just a little too was just a little too crazy for her.
Well, that was my next question is, have you ever had to let someone go?
Yes.
You know, and how did you, approach that?
Well, we have a real policy here at Experience Pros, and that is to build bridges rather than barriers. And so at all costs, we seek to retain the relationship. So as you can imagine, it's kind of complicated when we say, it's not working out. We got to let that thing go. But in the end, every single person that we've had to ever sever a formal business relationship, we have maintained the personal relationship and the friendship that goes on because we support the people. Sometimes it's just not a great fit. And when it's not a great fit, there's somebody out there, there's another business out there that makes a better fit.
And it's okay.
Absolutely.
And just having to talk that through, that this didn't work, but that doesn't mean this was bad. You were like, nothing bad has to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And so having that communication and leading up to it, again, building that relationship. I remember the first time we let somebody go after she walked out, Eric said, did she quit or did we fire her? It was just one of those, we mutually agreed this wasn't working out anymore. And I think that if you treat people, again, like human beings, because that's what they are, it has been, I think that's probably been one of the hardest challenges of Eric and I, because it is so much about relationships and is about people that it makes it super sticky because if you got people's emotions at play, but there's a way, if you look for the way to just build that relationship and to build into people, then most of the time it works out.
Well, sure. I mean, I've had clients come and go, and sometimes when they go, they look at me as if, we're parting ways and we'll never see each other again or something like that. And I'm like, I always support till the end of my days. Everyone who's worked with me, in any capacity, you always want to keep that positive relationship going because you never know.
Yeah, you never know
right.
what's gonna come around.
That person could turn into your biggest cheerleader or whatever, and keep on going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Denver is a pretty small town. I think we're still pretty connected. Everybody knows somebody. You go somewhere and you start talking, and
it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And the last thing you want is to have a reputation out there that says, "Oh yeah, they just chew them up and spit them out." And so.
All right, Daryl. So your new online magazine is coming soon.
Yes.
DenPeeps.com.
Yes.
DenPeeps.com.
Can we look it up online now? How do we get involved?
You can go online there, and there's a button that you can click called "Tell Us Your Story." And on there, you can download the Word document that has all of the questions that you can pick from to answer. And you pick 5 or 6 of them that you want to answer the most. Send us that back. Send us back a good, picture of you, and we'll set this up. And that's all free, of no cost to anybody.
Love that.
And then if you want to, and you want to do a full, video interview, the amazing Kevin Campbell, sitting over here, who's shooting the video today, has put together an exciting package that's not just going to be your interview video, but a YouTube channel video, a LinkedIn profile video, and some FAQ videos that you can use on your website and in your marketing.
Checking with our producer to see if we can say FAQ on the rear. That's okay. All right.
Yes, frequently asked questions.
Oh, that FAQ.
Video.
Sorry.
Yes, that FAQ.
I was confused.
He's kind of.
Daryl, you're also teaching a class here coming up on at the end of the month.
Yes, on the 28th, we're going to do some live stern storming, and what you can do is, you can bring your website, you can bring the login to your website. We're going to take a look at some of your pages, and live, we're going to work together and see if we can tinker with the language and change it around so that it will more attract the people that you really want to talk to in business.
Okay, so a couple of things we need you to do. Go to DenPeeps.com, DenPeeps. Peeps.
Just say peeps.
Just
like hanging out with my peeps.
Hanging out with my peeps. DenPeeps.com. Tell your story. Get involved with Daryl. Sign up for your Stern Storming workshop at sternstorming.com and put July 28th, 2 o'clock on your calendar. We're going to fix your website copy, create better landing pages, attract more of your target market to you, which is what Daryl does every single day. You live in that world. It's so easy for you. So many of us are just kind of out still doing what we do, but getting them the landing pages, thinking about our content, how do we attract the right audience? It's for some reason there's just this roadblock in our way because we always want to talk about me.
But the story is always in you, though.
Yeah.
I always just
listen, as we were talking about listening, and listen to you and your story. And then most of the time, all I find out is, but that passion, that story you just told me, is not what's on the website. Right. It's just a bulleted list of stuff, but what you just told me isn't there. So I want to take your voice and put it out there so that people understand how passionate you are and how much you want to help.
I love it. Contact information one more time, please.
303-353 603-4354. You can go to DenPeeps.com or SternStorming.com, and we can work together.
Daryl, thanks so much for joining us. We sure appreciate having you in the studio today.
Thank you very much. You guys are the best.
You bet.